Hey, we're back.
Hello.
We have a name now.
Yes, we do.
We are the podcast Instant Anime.
Just add music.
Yeah, so today we're back. The song title is Fighter, by Monsta X. Another K-pop. It's just...
It speaks to us.
Yeah, for now. But of course, suggestions.
Yes, please.
Always looking for them.
We have a Twitter where you can suggest them.
Yes, I'll actually kind of like start it up soon. But we do have the handle.
Yeah.
Instant Anime Pod. At Instant Anime Pod. That's it. So we rock, paper, scissored before the show. Mm-hmm. We're scissored real hard. It came out weird. So Sarah, I chose to read hers first.
Jimmy. Oh, I'm Sarah.
I'm Jimmy. Oh, shit. What if people don't know who we are?
Well, hopefully they do now.
Yeah.
So
I chose Sarah to read her suggestions for the anime first. Because I don't have faith in mine being good.
Oh, really?
So we're going to go with yours first, and I'm going to spitball. Okay. Mine's like half good, half bad, maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that's the point of this podcast anyways, so.
That's true. I want to know what you think of mine, too. So.
Okay, cool.
All right, grabbing notebook.
Grab that notebook.
Oh, quick question.
Yeah.
Jimmy, did you write on the back of the page or on the new page?
I wrote on the back.
Aw, look at us
saving
saving
the
paper.
environment bit by bit.
Yes. Okay. So.
It was harder to write on, though, because I wasn't writing on the...
Yeah, it wasn't a hard surface.
Yeah, I wasn't writing on the table.
Neither was I. I was using my lap.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
That's what old technology gets you.
So.
Okay.
On to business.
Right, so before we start, we are Instant Anime.
Yes. Just add music.
And we've taken this song and are now going to...
Listened to it.
We've listened to it.
We wrote down for 5 minutes what we thought of, and now we're going to share. And you can either listen to the song, we'll have it linked, or listen to it after the podcast and kind of get a feel for what we were talking about. Yep.
But here we go.
Your choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. We're new to this. Well, I'm new. Anyway. So.
I'm an old pro.
Definitely. You want to plug your other podcast?
I'm at a podcast.
Okay. So, my original idea, I immediately scrapped as I listened to the lyrics.
Okay.
It was firmly destroyed when there is like a boxing ring, like the ding ding bell.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well.
What was it before? I
was thinking like a heavy fantasy kind of thing.
Ooh.
Where everyone had like magic and capes and sort of
why
like
not though?
Sword Art Online. Oh, but I got to something cool.
Okay, good. Okay.
I'm proud of where
I'm just
I
saying
up.
I would not scrap an idea like that just based off of a couple bells.
I also wrote down all the lyrics about like being a champion of love. I'm a fighter, hired, fired, fight for love. And I was like, this doesn't
You're
fit.
fired. I gotcha.
It didn't work.
It wasn't what you were looking for, really. Okay.
So.
All right.
But I was like, okay, what about like gladiators? So that's where I kind of ended up.
Okay. That's still pretty fantasy.
Yeah. So it's like a dystopian, futuristic society where men are forced to fight each other at the whim of the ruling class. I don't think it's like aliens that took over, but there was some war or something.
Right. And the guy with the thumb is like, thumbs girl. Right?
Exactly.
Like in Gladiator.
Yeah, which I don't think I've seen, but that's okay.
You haven't.
Also, the end of the song, I like wrote this halfway through my idea. Perfect for an ensemble picture. They really lead up. There's like this extra bit.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Where it shows the whole cast.
Yeah, where they're all just like standing.
In poses. Definitely.
Definitely. And there's like a big guy in the back and like a little like flying creature.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, so totally saw that. And it obviously you can see it.
You're like, oh my god, they're all standing.
Yeah. This is what's happening. So,
and it's like a slow zoom. So, like, the background's kind of, like, getting further away, and they're, like,
and it's not really anything, the background.
Right, yeah. It's kind of, like, sky plus dune color, but that's about it. Like, gradient.
So,
okay.
They're forced, like gladiators, to fight. But, because it's, like, a dystopian future thing, and I was thinking, like, mecha robot sort of thing, but they themselves enhance themselves. So they've got, like, robotic parts.
They're cyborgs.
Yes, but they're all human to begin with.
Or androids. No, fuck, whatever.
I don't know what the
There's
term
like a
would
specific term for people who have augmented themselves with robot parts.
Yeah, well, that's what these guys
like
do.
Mecha Hermes.
Oh my god.
He's more robot than man.
Yes. So that's what I was picturing.
Okay.
These guys are fighting.
I like it. I really like it.
Thank you.
That'd be a really cool, like, art style.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's really dark. There's a lot of, like, grays, and it's, like, a dilapidated
so different
city.
from our first foray into Baker's Kiss.
I really tried to think outside the box.
Well, yeah, you got a
the
male
little
group.
chocolate box. So, thank you.
It was good.
All right, last little bit. Yeah, I don't know who's in charge exactly, but I don't think it's aliens. I don't think it's aliens.
So it's just people that have
either there was like a world war,
super enhanced themselves, or just robots.
They are normal.
Oh, they're normal?
They're 100% human.
Oh.
And they're like the pure, they
so
don't need to fight. So
an uprising is bound to happen.
Yeah,
Getting there.
But the protagonist, who is the women are there to like serve.
Okay.
Basically,
so
the pretty ones.
They've been demoted.
Yeah, it kind of may be a slavery sort of ish.
Like a harem anime.
Yeah, concubine sort of a.
Kind of. What's that one? Succubus. What was that one anime? Sekirei. Yeah, it's kind of like Booby the anime.
I was thinking a bit more serious than Booby the anime, but they are like scantily clad, and they're forced as these men are watching.
This show would have substance.
Yeah.
Unlike Sekirei.
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
So anyway, that's what the ladies are up to. So the main dude had something really tragic happen to him. I was kind of thinking like Cowboy Bebop, where he's like a little bit hardened. And so there's a
possibly amnesia.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, definitely. So there's this girl that like sees him get hurt from like the box or whatever at this like sporting arena thing where she's helping, and she sees and she really cares about him, and maybe she helps like
she like
nurse
feeds
him or something,
information, or gives him mother's milk.
He's really afraid to let her get close, and she wants to save him. She wants to help. She wants this rebellion. She's inside. She wants to break down the system, but he isn't sure because he's been hurt before, and she's like totally into him, obviously.
Okay.
And yeah, that's as far as I got in my 5 minutes.
He hesitates. Okay. Yeah.
Because he's broken.
That's
inside.
Good. It's a really.
Thank you.
That's a cool. I'd watch that anime.
Yeah.
Because it'd still have like the romance aspect.
Mm-hmm. But
it had some wicked cool fucking like.
Because there'd be some like.
I imagine like a punch and like some guy's like circuit like comes out of his mouth.
Oh yeah. And I wasn't thinking like, oh, all of a sudden your fist can like fly off as a missile. They just like fist fight, but they're.
Right. Exactly. They're enhanced humans.
Yeah.
It's not Solid Snake or. With the robot fist, and he shoots it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah. No, not what I had in mind.
Okay.
So that's what I came up with.
That's cool.
I did not come up with the title. Again, that's not where I went.
I came up with the title for mine again.
Thank goodness.
So.
I have no names.
I definitely didn't have any names. I just had... I'll get to it.
Yeah.
I'll open my book up.
All right. Lay it on me.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So you did yours, and yours was a post-apocalyptic fighter... Makes sense. I mean, the title of the song is Fighter. I wrote instantly firefighter anime.
Okay.
Because there just aren't enough of those.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Exactly. So that's like a completely new concept. So I wrote a bunch of stuff. Basically, it was stream of consciousness, and then I came up with the like gem of my idea within my idea.
Ooh.
So The cast is all firefighters, of course. They have epic backstories. Are they all dudes? They're all dudes.
Okay.
There's women in the show, of course.
Yeah, but they're not the main
They're not the main cast.
Is there a Dalmatian? I hate to butt in.
Of course there's a Dalmatian. Okay, cool. They're all firefighters, and it's really cute.
Do you think that's a thing in other cultures?
Like Dalmatians?
Yeah, being a firefighter animal
thing? I don't know.
Is that just an
Maybe
American
it differs per country. But there's a Dalmatian because we're white and that's all we know.
Because it would be adorable. End of story.
Exactly. So, okay, they have epic backstories with heroism and everything like that.
Are they like the best of the best?
They're like really fucking good firefighters. Cool.
Okay, I'm sorry I keep interrupting.
Enter new character, a rookie. Oh. No reason to be on such an elite team, and yet here they are. They constantly fail in the eyes of their colleagues, who are the very best cream of the crop. Mm-hmm. And each episode, however, shows that they are capable of great things because of their big heart and other various, things that they don't lack. Whereas, like, all the other guys are, like, jacked as shit. Mm-hmm. And then, also, they're all vampires.
Okay. Even the rookie?
Not the rookie.
Okay.
But all the main elite team guys are all vampires.
What about daylight fires? They just sparkle? Are we going that route?
No, it's more like their gear is protective. Okay. And they are immortal, so they they kind of like know what they're doing.
Really good at it because they can't die from fire?
Exactly. So, they've all been immortal for a really long time. So there's like evil vampires, but these are like good vampires.
Does the world know about these vampires?
No.
Okay, they're hidden. Gotcha.
They're hidden vampires. Some are just like standard vampires, but also firefighters. The new kid.
Average.
So you already brought this up. The new kid is not a vampire, but at the end of the season, he's invited to become a vampire. Ooh. But of course, he rejects it. Yeah. So that the show can continue.
And other reasons, I'm sure.
But they understand, and he's still loved and respected by his peers. Well, like some of them, because like he's invited by like the main, like he sways over like the main
like
guy,
the head guy,
like really early on, and then the rest of the team is like, I don't see what he sees.
There's that one really stubborn dude,
exactly. So
that maybe tries to sabotage.
That dude is the red-haired, crazy, passionate one.
The sabotage dude.
Yes.
Okay.
The main dude I thought of as like a James Bond style vampire. He's like really suave, but still a firefighter.
And they're full time. This isn't a volunteer.
Yes, this is 100% their job. Okay. There's a mystical one who like conjures up. He's the cook.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, he's the cook, and he kind of like cooks up smoky meals and stuff that they enjoy. There's a wise one who's kind of like older and.
Is he like no, he wouldn't be the chief necessarily.
No, yeah. But he like has a beard and he knows stuff. And then there's the crazy red-haired passionate one. Let's see. The rookie has a sordid past and his parents were killed by a vampire. But he doesn't know that it was a vampire. But because they're all vampires, they're all kind of in like the vampire clique.
So they know.
And so they know who it is, and that plays into it later.
Oh.
But
does the main character have to choose to like save the dude's? Wait, he's a vampire. He can't save his life. Never mind.
Something happens.
Yeah. Where he can.
Because he can become a vampire, so other things can happen to vampires, basically. The title of the show is Stakes.
How's it spelled?
Stakes.
Okay.
Stakes. Because it's like the high stakes of being a firefighter, but also stakes vampire.
Into the heart, yeah.
First season, up in flames. So I'm thinking the first season, they're firefighters. Second season, or beyond, different theme song, different occupations.
But different people? Same people.
I'm thinking they're...
Is it like The Wire, where they're all kind of in the same circle?
Exactly, but they're like vampires, so they can kind of do whatever, and they're immortal. And that's another thing that plays into their backstory, is because they're vampires, they have done many different things in their past. Like, one was a jewel thief, and then, like, in the medieval era, and then, like, other shit has happened. Wow. And, like, the James Bond character, like, was in MI6... and like did MI5, whatever. The fake one. The real one is MI5. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. But you get it.
Yes.
Like, they all have their past because they're immortal and they've lived for a really long time. And so they've all done various jobs that are all connected. And so you learn about them when the rookie kind of digs into their past and finds out that they're vampires. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that was my idea.
Wow, those are really different.
Really different.
I'm not sure where to begin in merging.
Because I almost went like a boxing one, but I was like, that's a cop-out.
Thank you.
Because it's just too easy. Like, that's the dumb anime. That anime already exists, probably. The Mike Tyson anime.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. Yours isn't a boxing anime. Yours is a
okay.
Virtua fucking fighter, you know.
Okay.
It's very different. But yeah, our two concepts are now very different.
Yeah. That's...
Huh.
Well...
Excuse me.
You were excused.
I'm burpy.
We had a good dinner.
Okay. I really like your idea, but I also really like my idea.
I think that maybe the vampires could be the ones in charge in my idea.
Yeah?
Quite possibly. They're the ones pulling the strings. Because they're just immortal. Yeah.
So they have that power.
So they've enslaved everybody.
Okay.
So we could have vampires.
But there's also like vampires that they think of as lower than them.
Oh yeah.
And so they also augment them.
That aren't like pure blood or
exactly,
whatever.
like
I'm going to Harry
half
Potter
human,
here.
Muggle vampires.
I don't remember the name for
non-vampires from Twilight or something. I don't know what you're trying to.
No, the Harry Potter term for people that were half, like one of their parents was.
Oh yeah, Muggle blood or something like that.
Yeah.
What was Hermione?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
Ask Emily.
Yes.
She'd know.
She would. That's embarrassing. I shouldn't have brought it up. I lack this knowledge.
Sorry.
In any case.
I got you.
So yeah, maybe they're like the purebred. Okay. I really don't like that term.
Purebred.
But they're 100% vamp.
Right, okay.
And maybe they've been vampires a really long time. So they're like an old vampire family.
Yeah.
Versus the ones that have been maybe made vampires to make use of the vampiric powers.
But it's still like a, I guess, like I still haven't seen Twilight or read it, but like everyone still looks very young.
Yeah, they stop aging.
Exactly. So the oldest vampires still are beautiful anime people.
Oh yeah, I'm picturing sort of like the elves in Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Just gorgeous with the long hair.
Fucking... What's his name? Your favorite?
Orlando Bloom?
No.
He was an elf, though, right?
He was in the Twilight one in... What's his name?
I am completely blanking.
What the fuck's his name?
Oh, no. He is my ultimate
favorite. He's in Lord of the Rings, too.
Yeah, Lee Pace.
Lee Pace.
I got there. Oh, my God.
We get Lee Pace, or one of the characters just, like, straight up looks like Lee Pace, if we can't get him.
I want him.
Yeah. So... If we can't get him, I'm just saying.
I'm blushing.
He's a busy man.
Yeah.
So, but he's like a main character for sure.
Okay, I'm 100% behind that.
Yeah.
Is he evil?
Maybe he's a double agent.
Ooh.
So like they put him into the ring as like an underdog.
Do you think the like robotic people thing, again, not sure the term on that one either.
Cyborg?
Augmented?
Android? No.
Can I just go
augmented? Augs. They got Augs.
Ooh, that's probably what they would end up being called.
It's from
the Augs. It's something.
Well, you get Augs. It's from that one video game, the Square Enix.
Yeah. Just Cause?
Human Revolution.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Deus Ex. Deus Ex.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We have a fruit fly.
It's, The people aren't called they're augmented but short for Augs.
Can I use that in this
Totally,
instance?
yeah, whatever.
Okay. So...
We won't get sued, maybe. Don't sue us, Square Enix.
Please.
Please don't sue us.
And Lee Pace, please, if you're out there.
Lee Pace wouldn't sue us. He's in this idea.
I follow him on Instagram. He'd better not. He also hasn't posted in a while. Get on that, Lee. Okay. So, is it weird to have vampires and, like, robot people? Is that marrying something that just doesn't quite work? Does it need something else to make it work? Should they not be, like, robot-y people? Should they be the vampires that are, like, super lowly? That doesn't make sense, though, because they want people to die. So maybe they, like, have humans just to kill each other.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't necessarily have, like,
okay, we're going to marry our two ideas and just kind of drop the augmented.
Yeah.
But maybe there is, like, a vampire blood.
Yeah.
Like, I know you hate needles, but, like, they inject it into the humans. And
it's a dystopian thing.
And the humans become stronger, but, like, not vampires, but they gain some of the vampire strength temporarily.
No, that
so there's definitely, like, that.
Maybe it's just, like, their plasma or something.
Exactly, yeah.
Do vampires have blood, actually? Is that one of those things?
I don't. They're undead.
I remember the whole Twilight thing. They're like, oh, Edward, he doesn't have blood, so he can't become, like, physically aroused. How did she get pregnant? Because, spoiler, the girl, Bella?
Kristen.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart.
Whatever.
K-Stew. She gets pregnant.
With a vampire baby.
Yes. Not that I've seen or read. But...
It doesn't... The lore behind shitty, you know, like...
We don't need to get
ancient
into
mythical beasts is very convoluted. Mm-hmm. They can have blood, they can't have blood.
In any case,
I'm sure it's going to piss somebody off whether they have blood or not.
Vampire essence is somehow injected into these people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's like a whole underground trade is, ooh, yeah. So it's like, that's just done for the fights in general.
Yeah, no,
like everyone's aware that that's happening.
That's what I was thinking.
But there's like a good group of vampires that are secretly like really juicing humans up to try and like overthrow the reigning class because like they're still at this point like lower middle class and like the lowest is humans. Mm-hmm. And so they want like a piece of the pie, but it would be like too obvious. Like there's already too many restrictions upon them to be able to do it by themselves. So they have to like work together with the humans.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too. I'm afraid that I don't know how firefighters fit in.
I think that's gone.
I'm sorry.
I think we took my vampires and put them in your fighting world, which is totally fine with me.
We can have
I think a firefighter anime is a definite, like...
That should happen.
It's not a real thing, and it should happen.
Not that I know of. We should Google it
there's fucking, like, tennis and swimming and ping pong, and... There should be an anime for everything. So if there isn't one for firefighting yet...
Equestrian. Has that been done?
It's ponies. It's not an anime, but... Well, it's a Western anime.
That would be cool. Oh, now I'm just getting all excited.
A Western anime? Like Westworld,
exactly
but
what I'm thinking.
Okay, sounds cool.
Next time.
Okay, so we've made a post-apocalyptic vampire fighting simulator.
Yeah. That sounds pretty badass.
It does sound really cool.
And it could still be stakes, because the stakes are still high.
It could be stakes.
Yeah.
Just it's not up in flames. Mm-mm. That's season 2.
When they burn the shit out of society.
No, that doesn't happen in season 2.
No,
there's like a long struggle to even like attempt to assassinate anybody. I like it though. I like stakes. Mm-hmm.
I think it works.
Yeah. We did it.
We got a name. We have a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Who's the main character now? Who have we...
Do you think it should be one of the fighters? Do you think it should be one of the vampires that's working with the humans to get out?
So who's Lee Pace?
Besides the man of my dream. No, I'm kidding.
Who's the Lee Pace anime? Human or vampire? He's a human.
Is he?
Or is he a vampire?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because I can see him as both because he's literally acted as both.
It's very true.
Although... He had that really funny hair in the Twilight. Like, it was long surfer hair, and it just looked so dopey. It really did.
I can't believe you watched that.
I didn't. I really like Lee Pace, so I
the
Googled.
Scenes on YouTube.
There's a lot of searching. Anyway.
That's creepy.
Hey,
What if he listens to this? Now he knows.
That's okay. A friend encouraged me to post provocative pictures on my Instagram to get his attention, and this is much less weird than that.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's no images of you on this podcast at all.
Let's hope not.
It's completely audio. Oh, here's an image.
Oh, God.
In audio form.
Wah, 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 wah.
Picture it.
Sicily. Sorry. Golden Girls. Anyway.
Golden Girls.
Anyway.
Okay, I think
Lee Pace, he's so tall that he seems like he would be a bad guy. And I know he's played a lot of...
Yeah, but he can do both.
Yeah, he's
He can be a very conflicted good guy.
Like, he's part of the, like, royal class.
Yeah, I think he's a vampire.
I agree. He's hit vampire territory.
Yeah, exactly.
He's really high up there, but he's not into it.
He's really high up there, but he's definitely helping the lower ones try and gain power. Because he understands that this inequality exists where it shouldn't. Mm-hmm. Because he's like, humans and vampires used to live together 2,000 years ago, and now, all of a sudden, Von Tripe...
Von Tripe.
That's bad, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like one of the ruling people decided,
one of the big families.
Exactly, decided, hey, fuck it, we're immortal and super powerful. Let's do this. And so they subjugated all the humans, and killed half of the world.
Do you think they did it then? Because I was saying war or something, but. Did they just go crazy?
Maybe they just took advantage of modern society.
They waited for it to fall apart.
Exactly. They're like, somebody wants to nuke somebody, and then they used their political influence to have that happen, and then kind of dumbed us all down to the medieval era.
Yeah.
All right.
Took away education.
Because I'm kind of picturing Oblivion, Elder Scrolls for whatever reason.
Okay.
Because there's an arena in Oblivion where it's circular stone, like a coliseum.
And I feel like if we're taking out the mechanical people part,
you can kind of.
It's not going to be in a rundown skyscraper pit.
That would be
which
cool,
is what
though.
I was picturing originally.
That would be very cool set dressing, though.
Yeah, but does it fit the story?
It could, because it could be. Ooh, okay.
But if they've lived so long, they probably are trying to recreate their favorite times.
That's true, but I think it's very difficult to get rid of modern, structures. It's they're very well built, and so they've definitely toppled them, but there's still remnants.
Yeah.
And I think that would be something that we hide for a very long time.
Yes, because there's so few people
exactly
left that they're all in this one little area.
So everything looks medieval, and it looks like it's in
kind of like Disneyland.
Exactly. So it looks like it's the Game of Thrones era, but if you're very observant as a viewer, you get little hints of glass windows that are tinted and not supposed to be there, and
maybe
hollowed out skyscrapers and
shoes and maybe some modern medicine
amenities
kind of
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Maybe they don't have cell phones, but maybe stuff is a touch screen. I don't know.
Right, there's an underground lab somewhere where they've pulled up an iPad.
Because they have to have the with my 5 minutes of freedom, I will play Angry Birds. But when they are, as you put it, juicing up the people, and that's well known, they have to be comfortable with that technology, and that sounds pretty high tech.
Exactly, yeah.
It's not like a medieval apothecary.
Yeah, it's not we take out all your blood and replace it with the other three fluids we know of.
Yeah, so I think maybe...
I really like that idea because apparently I have not noticed anything, and I'm really not observant enough, but Attack on Titan, which you haven't watched, but apparently it takes place on Earth. Ooh. And it's apparently after some huge event that has then dumbed down the rest of the human race to this medieval era, and I really like that aspect of it in that show. So I think it could work as well. And I think it would fit
here too.
Yeah, I think so, 100%.
Definitely.
Whereas they're definitely in a very small community, and then messengers come from other parts of the world bearing
and maybe
magic technology that's thought of as magical, but really it's just
And maybe it is kind of like Disneyland in that all humans on the planet are here, And then the vampires just live however they want on the rest of it.
Ooh, yeah.
So just like every
Right,
human.
they have their own... Ooh, I like that. It would be like a Westworld style where like the next season is like... Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I really like it.
And they're all contained, and that way they can super control what the humans perceive.
I still like it. Stakes works 100% across the board, too, because it doesn't confine it to this medieval. You could have a Japanese shogunate-style vampire who enjoys samurais and sumo wrestling and stuff like that.
Maybe,
and have that like as a different...
Maybe each family went and made their own, like...
Yeah, because they were already, like, hanging out together and being happy.
So maybe there are, like, I don't know, like 12 families or something.
Yes.
That are each just, like, colonized around wherever they wanted to be.
I really like it.
And then for, like, to continue the show, we could check out the different colonies. And maybe each one has its own group of humans.
A group of humans to do the menial labor and to control.
Yeah.
And also,
it's no fun if you don't have someone to control.
For the plot, because there's like each area has its own, plot. Mm-hmm. But then also there's the overarching like humans trying to gain back some semblance of power in the world. Mm-hmm. That's good. I would watch the fuck out of this anime.
This got so cool.
That was good.
Our brains.
It's a marriage of our two ideas.
What else should we work in? Oh, the women. Are they subservient still, or are all humans treated equally poorly? Like maybe, do they fight? Do they not fight?
I think there's just less women because they did fight. I think it depends on the season. I think depending on the area, there's more women or less women depending on how cruel the master vampires are.
Yeah.
So in this medieval one, there's definitely less women because they were forcing them to fight, and they would fight men or women. Like, women would fight men, women would fight women, and it just was not, like, a healthy environment.
Maybe it's still early-ish on, and they hadn't quite perfected the whole, like, juicing up thing.
Yeah.
And maybe...
And they wiped out, like, a huge
portion
population of the women.
Yeah.
I also like the idea of... women being used as...
To, like, give birth?
Exactly. Yeah. For, like, vampire babies.
Vampire babies.
Yeah.
So they'd be born a human and then immediately turned in... Well, then they'd be babies forever.
Something like that.
They wouldn't age.
I think something like... There's a lot of women missing because they're being kept alive.
Because they're in, like, a birthing center.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, God, it's Battlestar Galactica now.
Yeah.
Not that actually happened, but... They tricked her... She thought it did. Poor Starbuck.
It was good.
Anyway. So,
but there's definitely women in the show.
Yeah,
there's human women and there's vampire women.
Yeah.
But there's definitely, conflict.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So our main character, is it the Lee Pace guy? Or I'm not sure if I don't think he's the main.
No, I think it's a human.
He's working with.
Yes, he's like...
You think it is a human, not one of the lower vampires?
Yeah, I think a human's the main character.
That makes the most sense.
Because, the opening scene of the anime is, like, darkness, and then, like, the door opens onto... And then there's an announcer, like...
Like the actual gladiator, sort of, like...
Yeah.
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 Does he sound like that, or does he sound like... I'm
sorry. Yeah, he has a slight Slavic, little Scandinavian,
Transylvanian sort of...
Yeah. No,
sorry, I couldn't.
That would be bad. That would be a bad show. He wants to beat you up. Nope, that's a bad show. We're making a good show.
Yeah. There's not really comedy in this. Is that okay with you?
I think there is sometimes.
It's not like a comedy thing, but there are lighter moments.
There's lighter-hearted episodes. There's lighter-hearted characters. Exactly. Yeah. It'll have the whole range of that.
But it's not silly.
Exactly, yes.
Cool.
It is, I think, it's very serious.
Yeah.
Conflicted people doing conflicting things, choosing between right and wrong, good or bad.
Definitely.
Yeah. So,
our main human, does he have a family? Does he have, like, a wife and kids, and his kids are being, like, taken away to something? Is he being... His wife, was she recruited? Ooh, maybe, like, she, I don't know, was an amazing, like, birth giver? Like, she's really good at having children, and so they're, like, trying to take her away from him.
I'm imagining him being dragged away to fight.
Oh.
And she's being embraced by a vampire who's biting her.
Oh, because they want to keep her.
Exactly. So I imagine he's forced to witness that.
And, of course, he flashes back to it all the time.
All the time.
Especially in the dark before his fights.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So that's, like, included in the very beginning is, like... And, like, it shows her...
And you hear her, like, scream, and then, like, his face...
Yeah, exactly. You don't see her being bitten yet. You keep learning bits and bits more about how he started in that. Okay.
That's cool.
Sweet. What's his name? It's hard to think of it.
I thought of something, and it's really dumb, so I'm not going to say it.
I thought of, like, Salem. I don't know.
What about, like, Dimitri?
Yeah, it's good, because it's kind of, like, European-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's maybe a little influence.
Yeah. And it's kind of, like, vampire sounding, so...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's like he can easily... Or not easily, but, like, vampires feel more comfortable around him.
Yeah. Maybe it's, like, a respect thing. Like, he's owned by this family, and they had an ancestor with this name.
Dimitri,
yeah.
Right.
Kind of, I mean, I hate to say it, but kind of like the whole slavery thing. When, like, slaves were freed and they took the last name.
You're Jake White, haha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slavery, I can't talk about because I need to laugh or else I will cry.
It's really disturbing. But,
Fuck
so
white.
maybe that's why he's got that kind of name.
Okay.
Is it's a sign of respect in the culture?
Yeah, and it's like he's not respected, but
no.
His family... The family who owns him or purchased him or whatever.
Yeah. In charge of his trip to Disneyland.
Yes. I gotcha. So I like it. It gives him more backstory.
I'm imagining dark hair and maybe like blue eyes.
Yeah. Or red eyes.
But he's not a vampire.
No, but I feel like he has vampiric traits that make him favorable to own. Because there's trade, yeah.
Oh, because he takes better to like the serum or whatever that they inject.
Yes. He's like one of the first ones who
they didn't screw up.
Yeah, exactly. Like didn't like.
Yeah, that's a super common thing.
Yeah.
Like in the Beauty and the Beast TV show that I stopped watching because it got bad.
Oh, I was like, I only could think of the cartoon, and I was like, what?
So the extended version got really dark, and all of the creatures that talked weren't really, in the TV show, it was like a military experiment that they turned him.
Beast serum?
Yeah, and it like fucked up a lot of people.
Dang.
So, similar.
Okay.
And
We're pulling from so many different things. I really like it.
I think that's a super
everything's
thing.
Derivative anyways, but I feel like we've come up with a pretty genuine idea.
Paid for this yet. So it's fine.
Yet.
That's the goal. No.
Yeah.
But that sounds cool.
That sounds good.
So he takes to it well. I'm picturing him as he's pretty big.
Yeah, he's like a well-built dude.
Yeah, I mean he's not like gargantuan terrifying.
Yeah.
But he's not like tiny and like springy or something.
Yeah. Because there's definitely humans that are malnourished and like not doing too good.
No, because they're like forced labor.
He's being kept in better condition because of his abilities.
Fighter. Yeah. He's got to be in tip-top shape.
He's a fighter. He'll take you higher.
Higher. Nice.
Yeah.
Full circle.
I like it. It's
cool.
a good show.
Cool. Is there anything else from our ideas? We talked about the women. They're
we could incorporate my characters that I came up with.
Yeah, let's fit those in because I didn't have other than the main dude was, but that doesn't really fit anymore. I don't. I
have my James Bond suave character that I think is just Lee Pace at this point.
Yeah, but it'd be really cool if like his brother was like super evil and like super super charming, like super suave, super smooth.
Yeah, he has very good vampiric charm.
Yeah, but he's just an asshole, just a dick, like evil.
His like true form is a really ugly, like snarly Nosferatu vampire.
Ooh,
but he constantly is like transmorgified into
because he tried to like amp up himself with other vampire people, and it just made him look really bad.
Yeah, but he's strong. He's still powerful. I mean, he's a very powerful vampire, so he's powerful enough to
be pretty.
Hide that.
Definitely.
His true visage.
Lee Pace does not need any help.
No. I had the mystical cook, but I think he could be the kind of funny cook vampire guy.
Yeah.
Who like
someone middle of the road, not part of the family,
definitely
but he's just
still
like the
has
chef
like a backstory. I'm picturing
for the family.
Like in Cowboy Bebop, the guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
I don't either.
Yeah, he's funny, but also very serious and good at what he does. Mm-hmm. And then he'll cook up
beef with broccoli. And he was like part machine.
That could be like a reference in an episode. He makes beef with broccoli.
Yeah.
And then the main character's like, again.
I like it.
Yeah. There's a wise one. I don't know if there's good wise and bad wise now.
There should be a good wise.
There's a good wise human or a good wise, like...
Human.
So there's older...
He remembers the time when everyone was being killed by the serum stuff.
Okay.
And so he
survived long enough. He, like, survived the first row. Like,
maybe he was crippled, and so they never tried to test him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do they keep him alive, then? Is he useful in some other way?
Yeah. He's like...
He's very smart.
Yeah, thing.
Maybe
he's a scientist.
He makes potions, but really he just makes like antibiotics. Yeah,
he's a doctor, but he maybe doesn't understand everything he's doing because he's been denied the knowledge.
Right. So but he, like all of the resources are available to him in a sort of quote unquote state of the art.
And he's figured it out.
Right.
But he plays like he hasn't, because if he knew too much, they'd probably take him out. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then I had the red-haired, crazy, passionate one.
Maybe he...
I don't know if he's another human fighter.
Yeah, like a rival.
Maybe a rival, but also like a beginning rival, and then they fight each other, and it's like King versus or Bond versus Meliodas, and they're equal.
They're well matched.
And they can't.
And he's the pet of like the bad guy family.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like they were bred. Well, not bred, but like. They were brought chosen. Up to hate each other as well because of the family differences. Mm-hmm. And so they immediately fight, but then like in battle they realize that they're not different and they're very similar.
Like they fight so hard that they have to actually be like, it's like a draw.
Exactly, yeah.
So they didn't
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like Bond and Meliodas, like they beat each other bloody.
But nobody died.
But nobody dies.
And so then as they're like recouping, they realize... Or just while they're, like, in the ring.
Like they wake up in a hospital next to each other, and then they like fist bump or something.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Ow! Oh God."
Yeah, my knuckles. It makes like
ew
sound.
I don't like that part, but everything else.
But then they do like the Terminator. No, what is that? There's a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think it's the.
All I can think of is Kindergarten Cop right now.
It's definitely not Kindergarten Cop. It's the one where he says, "Get to the chopper." The Predator.
Oh, yeah.
In Predator, and he and the other dude have like Dylan! And
they do the handshake thing.
Yeah. You son of a bitch.
I like it.
And they both flex their huge muscles.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Did we say how it ends?
Well,
I don't think we have
set it up for multiple
I don't think we
seasons.
said how Baker's Kiss end anyways. So.
Other than I was like, hey, they get together. Because they have to.
At the very end.
Come on. And so that's probably like a one season, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Or however many seasons they let us make.
Yeah. It feels like a one. It feels like a short and sweet to me. But
Baker's Kiss? Okay.
That is a different podcast.
Like a Your Lie in April style?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or like Kids on the Slope.
Kids on the Slope.
So
perfect.
Good. You didn't
succinct.
need any more.
Apparently people didn't like the ending, but it's contentious. Everything's contentious. Again, somebody's going to hate this fucking idea.
Not us, though.
No. We're in love with it.
Yeah.
I really do like it.
This is cool.
Yeah. So there we go.
Steaks.
Stakes, the anime. Mm-hmm. Season 1. High stakes. No, that's stupid.
That might need a little polish.
We'll workshop that one in a later episode. But yeah, should we revisit, like, pretend it's autumn 2017 and see how the release of Baker's Kiss did? Or
we could.
No, it's fine.
We could
let sleeping dogs lie.
Could wait. Do it later when it
do it in autumn 2017.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
If we're still making animes.
Yeah, instantly.
Okay. Just add music. That's all we need.
Nice.
That's all we need from you, listeners.
Yes.
Give us your music suggestions at Instant Anime Pod on Twitter. I'll make a Gmail.
Okay.
So that if they want to email us. Yeah.
Oh, again, the song was Fighter, Monsta X.
Monsta X. Go listen to it.
If you haven't already.
We've linked the YouTube. Yeah. That was it. Go watch Stakes coming spring 2018.
Is it too dark for spring?
No,
Is it a summer one when everybody wants to...
Ooh, like the blockbuster anime season.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a winter anime, though. Maybe we release it in a time that people...
It seems like it'd be really bleak. Especially if they're in, like, Northern Europe. It's going to be, like, cold and snowy and stuff.
Right, so maybe release it in summer and have that kind of dichotomy between summer release and
I know they say that summer TV is always the worst.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Is like, do we release it during the worst time? Our beautiful baby?
Aww. But I was thinking, like, kids would be out of school and they could binge it.
That's true. And then it'd be like a summer cult hit.
That's kind of what I'm feeling.
Would it be like a Netflix, like, all at once, or is it like weekly?
I feel like it's going to be, like, dark enough that it could be a Netflix. People want to just keep
Ooh,
watching.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it's going to be enthralling, hopefully.
44-minute episode. Season starter.
I like this goal.
Yeah. But, like, the rest of the seasons are, like, the rest of the episodes are, like, 30 minutes, standard.
Yeah.
But 44-minute season opener.
Yeah.
Really hook them.
I had not thought about the format. I'll have to do that next time.
I didn't either. It just came out and vomited out of my mouth.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
I got it all over the windscreen.
Gross.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun. Stakes. Coming soon.
Again, summer 2018. Tune in next episode where we have another song.
Yeah.
Could be K-pop again.
It might be.
There's so many K-pop songs that just are like...
They make us envision things.
Anime.
They awaken our imagination.
They do. Which is incredible.
Yeah.
That a medium encourages thought of another medium.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And this does have a music video, but we didn't watch it.
No, and I'm going to link
We should watch it.
We should watch it. See if it is with, like, our idea.
Yeah. See if they're firefighters or vampires or robots.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be good.
Yeah. Shit. We're
instant
anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.